So hello guys, this is Flooded Photography, Mike, and I'm going to transfer about $300 to Jason Laufenberg to his upcoming Flat Earth proof, which is way better than the retarded and stupid test that people are donating to, which will be done by the shill and satanic piece of trash named Jainism, known as Shillerism, who is a Freemasonic pig. So Jason is planning to make a test together with Ronnie from their joint channel, which is called Beyond Flat Earth. You guys should subscribe, and they are planning to get a 3-mile hose and use a water level, which is the only accurate actually way to send to measure if the earth is flat or not. So I am going to be donating, and hopefully you guys can support this. Hopefully you guys can support this test as well. I think I have 252 on my account, so okay, $292. So hi Jason, I hope you can get enough money to go ahead with the fantastic flat earth proof with water level experiment. TEAMYAHAWASHI. Okay, so just check the email. So please send the money to Jason Laufenberg at mac.com. And send payment now. Alright, that's it, and I hope you guys can help out. I hope every little helps, and this is the only proof that cannot be debunked, since water is always level, and you can search yourselves. I think Jason will make a video about it as well, another video, and they can make it happen. They are all builders, both of them, Jason and Ronnie. They know what they are doing, and it's a very simple experiment everyone can do. If you have ever built anything or used the water level, you know you can spread it across, you can spread the hose across uneven terrain, stairs, doesn't matter, flat or not, uphill, downhill, at both ends, it will always be level. Okay?
Nice.
So
excellent.
Thank you for watching, and you guys.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Give him a ring. Yes. Thank you. Okay, can you take it away, please? I'm just having the best night, man.
Well, yeah, I was blown away by this. This is absolutely amazing, because I had mentioned the water level experiment in a video, and there was a few people that responded positively to it, but not enough of a groundswell of people that were interested in making this happen. And I was thinking to myself, this is just another opportunity that's going to slide by. And then Flat Earth Photography does this, and holy cow, that was a kick in the pants. And so now I'm going to go absolutely all out on this, make it happen. I just want to let everybody know that I'm not gonna take these funds until we know that we have the experiment ready to go. We've got all the details ironed out, because we want to do it, and we want to do it right. We want to have this whole thing. We are going to make the world's largest water level, and this is a world record, because there actually is no record for the longest water level. So if we did a 1 foot long water level and documented it, it would be a world record. But we are going to go with 3 miles. And so that's 15,840 feet of some sort of tubing that we need. And my idea was hoses, because this would be something that we could be manageable. And then we could, at like the half-mile marker, the 1 mile marker, we could be testing at those levels. We can, if we can get a deal on a bunch of tubing, that we can save some money, we can cut and splice and test at those increments, even though we're running this out of a larger spool. Totally open up to a bunch of different ideas like that. But this, thank you so much, Mike. Anybody, if you contribute, we're not going to hustle your money. You're going to see the actual experiment take place. You will, you'll see it live streamed. There'll be P900 footage, and then attention. We need lots and lots of attention to this. It is a world record. It's the simplest way to prove the Earth is flat. And I told Mike I want to make a video about it. So this right here will probably be in the video. But I'm just going to start laying down some parameters for what it is that we're trying to achieve here. And
thanks, Dave, and Slate by Media. Just so everybody knows, as soon as we reach the goal, we're going to do the test. So it's not set in stone. But anybody wants to help, it's Jason. Do you have the slide after this one with the hose that you were using, or does that even matter?
It doesn't matter, because like Blue Blood's saying, clear 3/4 inch hose. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for.
I know for sure that 5/8 inch medium duty 150 foot sections of hose are about $35 before tax. It takes 106 150 foot hoses in order to make the 15,840 feet. So that part of this thing, we're going to roughly need about $4,000. I do have probably 500. I probably have 600-700 feet of hose myself. My ex-wife, I've got the rest of my hoses over there. I'm sure she'll let me use them for the day.
That's
so
awesome.
I've probably at least got 1,200 to 1,500 feet
Nice.
of hose. I've got a generator. It's a little overkill. It's my welder. So one of the things that I've got to think about is how much volume all these hoses are going to take up, because I've got a F-150 crew cab with a 6.5 foot bed on it.
We're going to need to rent a trailer.
Yeah.
A big one.
2-wheel drive truck. So there's a whole bunch of aspects. We're taking this seriously, all having this whole thing pre-designed, and that'll be in the finished video of what this experiment's going to entail. Have everything clearly defined, and we're also going to take care of, like, answer all the naysayers that are going to say that this is not a conclusive test. So that's all going to be designed and built into the experiment from the beginning. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit of strategy. When I really started seriously thinking about the water level experiment, I was trying to think of places to do it. And I originally was, thinking around lakes and stuff like that. I started looking at the lakes. I'm like, well, how am I going to get 3 miles of shoreline? And this is getting tough. So then I was thinking, what's the shore like by me? What is the closest place? So from Austin, really the closest shoreline is Galveston for me. And been there a number of times, taking cruises out of there. Hope to take another one. Well, actually, no, I hope this world ends. And
I wouldn't mind a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I've never seen the ocean. I've waited my whole life.
Yeah, so we've got to get down here. Ronnie has not seen an ocean before. He's been landlocked his entire life.
Live streaming, like running in, diving into it. Yeah, sorry. Continue.
So if you're looking for a straight beach, I mean, check this out. If you look at the coastline here of Galveston, so up near the city, along this area, you can see that they have all these jetty things or breakers. You know, this is probably to retain sand along this area so it doesn't wash away. So I started looking further down the coast here, and this jumped out at me. There's a state park right here. So this right here is a state park. You can see these are the parking lots for the state park right here. This road right here comes right down to the beach. Then there's this community here. And then up at the other end of it, there's another axis here that comes right off the road that has a parking lot. And you can see that you can drive down like this far. You can see a car parked there, but then there's fence posts after that. So I think you have to be like, you know, police or something to drive beyond that, but we can find out. So this stretch right here gives us the 3 miles that we need. And boy, it is straight as an arrow. So I'm already thinking to myself, at one end, we can have the P900 set up. So as we're going away, this whole thing can be recorded with a P900 from behind, and we're going to be able to see down the beach 3 miles. We're going to have that view. And then the hoses, so we'll be able to bring in the hoses, start assembling. And what I'd like to do is check every half mile. And so we're going to need to put posts in. But so Jaren's experiment, they were going to have buckets and play sand and concrete, and they were going to be cementing these posts.
The 2-inch drill.
Here it's all sand. So we'll be able to take a post hole digger and dig a nice hole, put the post in, level it up, pack it back in. We can use wet sand to pack it back in, stomp it down. The post will be very secure. We'll keep it up away from where the waves are breaking up on the beach.
Well, you're allowed to dig, right? I can dig a post hole really quick, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
5 minutes.
We will leave no trace behind. We'll take the post with us. We're not going to leave the post behind.
Level the beach back to the original.
And maybe write Earth is flat in the sand as well.
After and we'll get the Guinness guy to take a picture of that with the live stream link.
So yeah, we're going to need posts in here. And what we'll do is we'll stretch it out, and we can leave the hose right down by the water here, so it's at a lower point. And then we'll come up and we'll check against those posts. And we're going to make our marks. We're going to hold it up, set our marks on the posts. And, you know, those are going to be our reference points. Now, there's another aspect that we're going to have to add to this experiment, because I have gotten some comments from probably some globe earth trolls. And what that has to do with is a force. Okay, yes. They want to talk about a force.
Bring it in. Oh, you are the host with the most. Bing.
All right. So this right here is, we're in SketchUp now. And this is a screenshot that I took of that area that we were just looking at. And so I don't know, I'm proposing we start up here, come down to the beach, and you can see here, I haven't even deselected that yet. Let me get that deselected so it looks a little bit more cool.
Oh, it looks cool.
All right. So we got this parking lot. We come down here. And I haven't drawn out the posts yet. I just whipped this together, but we'll put the posts out here. I'll have this all modeled. And we need to have a surveyor. And I've already gotten comments. Let me go back to comments quick. Hopefully I can find this comment quick.
Command F.
Here we go. So this guy sounds pretty intelligent. So this is a lot to read right here. I'm just gonna have this up in the screen share for a second so everybody can hit pause. You can read this whole thing. I'm gonna scroll down. I've got my response, and then he responded again. So I asked if you could recommend the correct equipment. That would be fantastic. He has knowledge on this topic. So this Paul James, he says something like a Zeiss NI 002 is fine. Level Zeiss NI 002, the most accurate automatic compensator level, 0.2 millimeter accuracy on a 1 kilometer double level run, or 0.00006 feet or 0.00008 accuracy on a 1 kilometer double level run metric. That's a mouthful. Mm-hmm. Or the Leica NA2 K2. So this guy knows his stuff. This is the importance statement. It's more of an issue as to what equipment is available in the area. Most surveyors will have digital total stations and perhaps an older optical mechanical theodolite. While total stations and theodolites are more accurate than required in this style of test, they are seen as witchcraft by the flat earthers because of electronics and also the perception that theodolite scopes bend light. Laugh out loud. So we need to have the correct survey equipment on site so that this is the whole premise of this experiment is to think of what it would take to build a seawall down along the coast right here, 3 miles long, perfectly straight and perfectly level the entire way. So I know from construction that if I start right here, and let me bring up the annotate a little bit so that people can see better.
Not to take the glory away, but my ideal test was to build a wall. But I'm not trying to take your glory.
Well, I want people to bring this to a tangible, buildable thing.
It's brilliant.
Okay? So that we're not just relying on this hose and force thing. Like, what if we are actually building this cement wall, seawall, 3 miles long, perfectly level the whole way? So what's happening here?
Whatever height we start at, you're proclaiming that we measure with a pin, and then we check it throughout the height of the wall from the pin to the wall, to the top of the wall level.
Yeah, well, if this is a post right here, and we hold the water level up, and this is the height wall we wanted right here, and we marked it here, and then we were down here a half mile, and we were holding the water level up, and we marked it on a post down there.
That's right. We dig our post hole there.
So is that level? So we need we need to have this guy right here with the best equipment for this job that everybody trusts and nobody's going to complain about whatsoever. We need to have this person. They need to set a reference point out here. Bing. And this has nothing to do with sea level. This has nothing to do with GPS. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just, bam, we are setting a reference point out here. And then from this point out, to our distance, he needs to, whatever his maximum range is, he needs to shoot his way along here, setting pins, and everything being referenced to this reference point that is meaningless to anything else. Other than just being
at the top of the wall,
just being a reference point. He doesn't have to. And then, so from these shots right here, we're going to test at like our half mile, our 1 mile, our 1.5 miles. We're going to test to see if the water level is level.
Quit hoaxing me, man. We already know the water level for a reason.
And so by doing so, we're going to have the confirmation of water levels that the optical equipment is correct, and we're going to have the optical equipment to validate that the water level is correct.
Well, we already believe, our hypothesis is that the wall will be level. The question is, will the theodolite and will the surveyor's results be level? And we'll be able to test how each of them are out with simply just digging a post hole and shooting our lines and lifting the water level up and marking it on the post, right?
Yeah, so if we start the experiment here and work our way the other direction, what my thought is that because there's that state park down there. Let's zoom back over here.
And shout out to all the Galveston people.
Yeah.
Getting through the flood and stuff.
So we got the park right here. I would love to make this a big deal. And this is open to everybody that wants to participate. Okay, so Patricia Steer wants to be there, ODD, whoever it is. If they want to be there, you are all welcome. We don't want any trouble. All right. We're just here to prove that the earth is flat. And this experiment will do it. You will be able to use this as absolute undeniable proof. We can organize this whole thing. It's an inexpensive way to do it. You know, some of the other things we're gonna need to have some bilge pump. We'll have the electric from the generator to a bilge pump. We hook that up to the hose. It pumps the water through the hose. We just need to have clear sites on the end. So you can use whatever, it doesn't have to be clear tubing the whole way, because like with a garden hose, but on that end, we can put clear tubing, like 10 feet of it on each end, and use that for our sites. Anything else? I mean, not the posts. We need the post. We need the post hole digger. We're going to need levels in order to plumb up those posts. We're going to need a marker in order to put marks on the posts. We're going to need to have somebody running some sort of like optical transit that, is verifying that the water is level the whole way and that there is not some magical force changing this. Because honestly, people, you go down to this coastline, if you want to build a seawall 3 miles long, flat, it's doable. You can do it. It's not going to curve. You can make this a flat wall. There is no curve. Not there. There is no magical force that's adjusting the water level. And that's the reason why we will have some sort of survey equipment to verify this the whole way. You can build something flat. You'll be able to take a level along the whole way. The whole thing's level. So that is an experiment. Thank you so much to Flat Earth Photography. We're going to get this thing kicked off going. And that leads me into Enslaved Media's comment.
Oops, sorry. Nice. Great job, brother.
Still sharing?
Yeah, no. Great job.
Am I still sharing?
Nope.
Okay.
It glitched.
It did.
It's all right. It's because you dropped a bomb. You know, what's his name? Lord Stephen Christ. He tried the rectilineator experiment, which was... I can't remember the Satanist that he worshipped for that. Well, you know, I guess we're going to have to call this the Laufenberg water level, right? Laufenberg Harris water level.
No, nothing like that. Just world record.
Yeah, but
world record longest water level. And so that